One of the best ways to debug when we're working with web applications is to console log, well, to the browser console. We have a little bit of a conundrum here, though, because we can't just directly call JavaScript to do a console.log. And if we do a print line, that's also not going to display because this is happening at runtime. So if we go and take a look at where we're running trunk, nothing will come out here. It'll, because this is not where it's running, this is maybe where we're serving, but the code is executing here in the browser. So if I want something to pop up here, we're going to have to use a console.log. Luckily, we have a library that's suggested by you that's really simple to use, and it's called glue. Let's go ahead and get this installed here. So if I go into our cargo toml, we're going to add in glue, which is just gloo. I'm going to use the latest version here, which is 0.6.1. We're going to let Rust Analyzer sort of like bring in everything glue, sort of understand what it is. And once I see that done, then we can go ahead and go find the console log method inside of it. Glue is a really great crate also for just basically using any of the JavaScript or window objects or functions that we have access to. I found that it just makes things super easy to use. Now it is more macros, so it does mean that Rust Analyzer once again will have potentially a little bit of a problem using it. But okay, Rust Analyzer has finished looking through glue. So let's go ahead and we're going to, in our lib.rs, going to use glue. Then inside of here, we can see we have all sorts of things that are available to us. And if you're familiar with the JavaScript, just sort of like methods that are available, these are all there. Okay, so we're going to go into console and then log. Now this is a macro. So the way I'm going to use this is inside of the app function before the HTML that I'm returning, I can run some arbitrary code. So in this case, I'm going to run a log and I can just say hello. Hit save. We're going to come over to here and hello gets logged out to the console. Now this macro looks a lot like, well, a console.log. So if I want a second thing, maybe just a number, that also can be handled. So we can pass in multiple types of things to this log function. If we have variables, that also works just fine. So if we just say name equals, and we're going to add in name here. Now that gets logged out as well. So if we do have something, maybe something that we're passing in, properties, or just any other variable that we're dealing with, including user input from forms, we can log that to the console to sort of like inspect, what do we have? Is it really what we expect it to? This also is console logging out when this component is being mounted. So that's when it's happening. And because we can just write any Rust code inside of here before we do the HTML return, that allows us to do any kind of logic we want to do. Anyways, I wanted to show you how to do console logging because if you run into trouble, this is probably the best way to sort of figure out and understand what's going on. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.